About the legal relationship in Texas versus New York. I mean, in New York State, when you have subsurface rights, I mean, I don't think they could do what they did here. They could would allow the company to draw underneath the property, but not on the property. I mean, I don't understand. In Texas, couldn't you just call the sheriff? I mean, these guys are trespassing. I mean, it's your surface rights, right? So could you maybe explain that? And also, I was wondering about the attorney when you purchased the home. Where was that guy at?
I didn't have an attorney when we purchased the home. We were working off of what was known as the short form on the mortgage paperwork. And I would tell you that yes, there are a certain amount of legalese in there. I made the mistake of trusting what the title company told me, what the real estate people told us as not only being the truth, but also being, full disclosure. I would challenge anybody to say that, if you're out digging in your garden one day and you strike oil, that means you don't own the oil is hardly what I would call full disclosure. To answer one of your other questions, I had, if you do some research, if you type my name into Google or whatever, you'll see there's some previous news articles. And I'm not going to, I'm going to take up all the time tonight, but I would tell you is that when I first got home that day, my first reaction was to go in the house and get the shotgun. And I did go in and get the shotgun, and I took the bird shot out and I put the buckshot in. And I had left the site supervisor with us. I told him I was going in to get the shotgun and calling the sheriff, and if he was still here when I got back out, that things were going to get excited. And I had gone into the house and try to get a rational view of this and calm down a little bit. And my wife actually came in and told me that I was essentially being threatened by the site supervisor, and she told me that he had told her, if you don't go in and get him calmed down, I'm going to call our corporate office, we're going to talk to the attorney, we're going to get a restraining order out on him, and he will not be allowed on his own property. Now, I've never been in a situation like this before, and I was still struggling very much to understand how a private for-profit corporation could just barge their way onto my property. And Calvin and I have talked about this, some of which in a joking manner, but it's coulda, woulda, shoulda at this point. But I would tell you, to try and answer your question the best that I can, and being as honest as I can, I would tell you that had I actually ignored that threat and gone out with a shotgun, I would still to this day be willing to take my odds with a jury, because they were trespassing. They didn't have a permit. They applied for a permit, but they didn't actually have it. And in the state of Texas, we have the right to defend our property.